Hi again. All right, now we have moved along to Kepler's third law, or the law of harmonies. And in this particular activity, we're going to be using the simulator again. And on your lab, we are going to be completing number 15 with this one. So we're going to go back to the simulator and make that full screen, and here we go. So the first thing that we have to remember to do is click on, we're going to be working with Kepler's third law this time, and so we're going to click on Kepler's third law. And you can see when I clicked that this little formula came up right here, along with a little graph as well, and the same window that we've been using. So the first thing it says to do is in the visualization options in the lower right corner, it says turn on orbits, planets, and labels. So we're going to turn on the orbits, the planets, and their labels. There you go. And then it says we're going to start with planet Mercury. We're going to click OK and then go ahead and start the animation. So we're going to click OK and start the animation. And so you're going to fill in the answers on the data table. So what's really important when you're filling out the data table is to notice the formula right here, P2 equals A cubed. And these two numbers right here. And then I also want you to notice the M stands for Mercury, and it talks about the semi-major axis versus the period. So go ahead and pause and record the information for planet Mercury. All right, now we're going to go ahead, and it says one at a time. We're going to switch to the next planet further out, remembering to click OK after each. So we are going to head and click on Venus and click OK. And now notice with Venus, which is this little purplish orbit right here, we have different numbers in the P squared and the A cubed. Notice Venus now is showing the period and the semi-major axis here. And notice the numbers have changed for right here. They kind of match what you're looking at right here. They just write it out for you. All right. And then you might want to pause to record your information for Venus. And then one at a time, we're going to go through each of the planets. So the next one up is Earth. And we click OK. So again, we're looking at the purple orbit right here for planet Earth. We are looking now at the P squared and the A cubed and noticing where Earth is. It's a 1-to-1 on the graph. All right, go ahead and pause and record what you need to do for Earth. And the next planet we come to is Mars. Let's click OK. So there is planet Mars, and you're going to do the same thing. You might want to pause after you watch the orbit of Mars and record the information from here. All right, the next planet out from Mars is Jupiter. So Jupiter, again, we're focusing right here on Jupiter. And notice these two numbers now, and notice where Jupiter is on our linear graph. These are the other planets we've already done: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and now we are on Jupiter. All right, pause and record Jupiter's information. The next planet out is Saturn. And here we are with planet Saturn way out there from the sun. This is what it looks like on the graph, and there is the mathematical formula. All right, so you want to pause and record for Saturn, and then we're going to go ahead and do Uranus. Click OK. And if you look very carefully, this is still moving. It's still moving. It's just very slow. And notice now that these numbers have changed for planet Uranus, and this is where it's at on the graph compared to the others. So go ahead and pause and record the information for Uranus. And now we are going to go to Neptune. Further out there. And here's Neptune moving very slowly. Notice the numbers now have changed again. And there's Neptune on the graph. So go ahead and pause and gather your information for Neptune. And then finally, last but not least, the dwarf planet Pluto, and click OK. All right, so it almost looks like Pluto's barely moving. Notice the information right here, but it is moving. If I put the mouse right there, you can see it compared to the mouse cursor. It is very, very slowly moving. In fact, you can see all of the other planet orbits still moving around the sun as we get a view from Pluto. All right, so be sure that you filled in the information on the data table. There was lots of stuff to record. You had to record their semi-major axis, their eccentricities from the upper right corner, the formula P2 and A cubed, and then what the answer would be. And that would be a small calculation. Good luck.